Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Coach Ray here, back in my garage, ready to give you the workout of the day. So let's go ahead and jump right into it and talk about what we're going to be doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go one time through this workout, 4 times. So you're going to have 3 movements. We're going to have overhead squats, toes to bar, and kettlebell swings today. So first we'll start out with 30 overhead squats at 75-55 if you have a barbell. If not, you might have to use a backpack or something else that you can hold in that overhead position. Okay, after our 30 overhead squats, we're going to do 15 toes to bar, and I'll introduce a new option for a modification of that if you don't have a pull-up bar at home. Then we're going to do 30 kettlebell swings. Now remember, if you're doing kettlebell swings with a backpack, then we don't want you going overhead, but if you do have a kettlebell, then you can go ahead and go all the way overhead. Backpack will just go to the Russian level, that eye level there. Okay? And then after our 30 kettlebell swings, we're going to drop and do 20 overhead squats, but this time we're going to make the weight a little bit heavier. So we're going to be at 95-65 this time. Then back to 15 toes to bar, and we'll do only 20 kettlebell swings. After that, we'll decrease by 10 more on those overhead squats and increase the weight once again and go 135-95. Then 15 toes to bar, and we'll finish it off with 10 kettlebell swings. So basically, the overhead squats and the kettlebell swings will decrease in rep number. The 15 toes to bar will stay the same throughout. And then the weight on those overhead squats will increase with the decrease in rep number. Okay? So let's go ahead and go over each of these movements. So first, we're going to start out with that overhead squat. Okay? So if I have a barbell, I'm going to probably snatch that bar up, or I can clean it and put it over my back if I need to do that. Okay, so for me, I just pick up the bar, and I'm just going to snatch that bar up. Okay, then from here, we want to make sure that we're not having soft arms and elbows, but we want those wrists kind of pointed backwards and those arms kind of straight out here, making sure that we're active, okay, and nice and locked out. Then we're going to squat, okay, making sure that we're not looking at the ground, but kind of looking out in front of us, and making sure that those hips are below parallel at the bottom. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like, and then we're going to bring it back down when we're done. Okay, so that's what you're going to do if you're doing overhead squats. If I have a backpack, I might be here. Okay, arms might be a little bit more narrow. It could be a little bit more difficult depending on your mobility there. Okay, sometimes what we do when we're doing overhead squats in the gym, if we can't overhead squat because of mobility, then we go ahead and scale to front squats. So if that's what you need to do, then go ahead and do that. But I would recommend doing the overhead squats if you can. Even if you need to do it with like a broomstick or a PVC pipe, okay, it's going to benefit you a lot to get those arms in that overhead position. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about these toes to bar. So I'm lucky enough to have this bar at home. So I'm just going to do your traditional toes to bar. Now remember with toes to bar, your toes must touch the bar in order for it to count. If they don't touch, it wouldn't be a rep. Okay, my feet are going to hit inside of my hands. Okay, going to be here. Okay, just like that. Now, some modifications if you don't have a bar is you can do some sit-ups. What I would recommend for sit-ups though is that you keep your legs straight this time, which is not what we normally do, to kind of get that full motion. Okay? Or a new modification that I wanted to introduce today was with a kettlebell. So I would put my kettlebell here, okay, and I would hold it up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck my knees and then kick my legs out and then tuck them and come back down. Okay, kind of different, but give it a try if that's something you want to do today. Okay, then for our third movement, we have 30 kettlebell swings. So I stick my kettlebell out here in front of me, kind of reach for it, and then I'm all the way up, making sure that my knees stay back, and I'm coming just low enough to get that kettlebell between my legs there. Okay, if I have a backpack, remember, I'm just going to be here for safety reasons. Okay, really squeezing those glutes and pushing those hips forward on those. Okay, so you're gonna do all those movements through that for time, and we will see what you guys do today. Thanks.